is Lee. This is part 3 of a series showing you the problem we faced recording in the sanctuary and how we made a camera bracket to suspend cameras from the fluorescent valance that you see up in the ceiling. In this video we will show you how we made a cable with boxes on both ends to remotely control the cameras so that we can control them from a corner and there's no cameraman visible. We trust that this series of videos has given you ideas for what you can do for your own project. Hope you enjoy. Note the cameras we are using don't have much remote capability built in. We took advantage of what they do have, a handheld infrared remote intended to permit starting and stopping and zooming while positioned in front of the camera. We were able to install an infrared extension capability, allowing us to zoom the camera remotely. We also mounted the camera on a low-cost pan tilt head, which has a wired remote capability. Here's how we did it. We made a quick disconnect box by putting harness connectors on one end of the box and Cat5 connectors on the other end. The box is simply wired straight through from RJ45 connectors to the individual connectors. We were able to dedicate one RJ45 for the remote control and the other RJ45 for the audio, video, and power supply. Pan tilt remote control connector, power supply connectors underneath, infrared flasher connector, and these are the audio video connectors. Note that all power to the cameras is contained in this one box, so there are no wall warts cluttering up the station. Both the connector box and the power supply box have RJ45 connectors on them, used to tie the two together. The RJ45 connectors are identified with a little yellow dot, so we can connect them appropriately. The power supply can drive 4 devices, a camera and a pan tilt unit, both located at the camera end of the cable. 3, an infrared unit. 4, a monitor, both located at the control end of the cable. It needs connectors for the pan tilt remote control unit, power and video for a monitor, and headphones. The 2 boxes are interconnected with a Cat5 cable through RJ45 connectors. Mounted inside the box are all the components. What you install and connect will vary according to what your installation requires. In this system there is an RJ45 carrying power and analog signals, an RJ45 for the pan tilt remote control, power supply, power connector, DC to DC converters, a Buffalo IR100 infrared control system, and a Buffalo IR350 infrared repeater, video and monitor connectors, and audio connectors. The remote infrared works by clipping a Buffalo IR-E1 flasher in front of the camera's infrared sensor. We used a clip from a badge. We made cables to go from the camera and pan tilt unit, bound them with the spiral wrap, and ran the harness up the bracket. These connectors can then be plugged into the connector box. We ran Cat5 cables from the bracket over to the power supply box and connected both ends. A monitor and remote control unit are connected, and this becomes a control station. Note the cables we used for the hanging bracket cameras is Cat5 cable, and the video coming from the camera to the station loses some quality, but notice that we are not interested in quality at this point. We only need the video at the wall stations in order to frame the camera. This is one of the remote control stations, 2 cameras hanging from the valances. This is an infrared remote control for the cameras. It allows zooming. Infrared receiver, infrared receiver. We also have remote controls for the pan and tilt unit. This is the Bestcore MP101, and it allows, this control is just for framing. You don't track moving talent. Headphones for monitoring the audio, plugs into the boxes.